Do you have trouble memorizing basic strategy for blackjack? There's got to be a better way, right? In this video, I'm going to show you what I believe is the best way to memorize basic strategy fast, for free, and so we can take our perfect game to the casino and start generating EV faster than ever. But before we do that, guys, welcome back to the channel. This is A1 Blackjack, and I'm Steak Sauce. If you're like me, you probably looked at countless basic strategy charts. Maybe you even printed one out and filled it in with the different squares, with hit, stand, double down, or split. All right, this is what I did, and it took me longer than I want to admit to learn how to do it all. That is why I've come up with a new way to learn basic strategy that gives you immediate feedback, and you can practice smarter and memorize this chart faster. In the pinned comment of this video, as well as in the description, I have linked this drill. When you click on it, it will allow you to make a copy, and then you are all set. If you type S, that indicates stand, H indicates hit, DD indicates double down, and SP indicates split. Now, depending on the rules of the game, some hands might be a bit different, but for the sake of this drill, let's assume that we're playing a game where the dealer hits on soft 17s and allows for doubling after splits. I want to do about 3 rows to demonstrate for you. First off, let's try what happens when we have a hard 12. All right, so in this row right here, if we have a hard 12 versus a 2, that is actually a hit. So I'm going to type in H, and you can see when I tab away from this, it turns green because we did it correctly, and that's what the color is when you hit. All right, same thing for 12 versus a 3. That's another hit. You can see that changes colors as well. Now, when we have a hard 12 versus a 4, 5, and 6, we can actually stand on those. So I'm going to type in S for stand in all these. For number 6, or for 12 versus a 6, watch what would happen if I hit H accidentally. You can see normally this would turn green if I'm correct, but here it turns red because I was incorrect. So that's that immediate feedback that I was talking about. So I'm going to go back and change this to an S like it's supposed to be. And there it does turn the correct color because we are supposed to stand. Now, with the hard 12 for 7, 8, 9, 10, and ace, when that's what the dealer has, these are all going to be hits. So I can type in H, 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 and H. There we go. All right, now that we have that row, let's try another one. This one we're going to do is when we have a soft 18. All right, so an ace 7. This is notorious for being the hardest row to memorize in basic strategy. And that's because there are 3 different decisions that you have to make depending on whether it's at the beginning parts or the end parts of these different rows up here, 2 through ace. All right, for the first few, when we have a soft 17 versus a 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, we are actually going to double down. So I'm going to type in DD. You can notice here that it turns the correct color. Again, if I were to do a different color like a hit, there, that is incorrect, so it turns that wrong shade of red. All right, so these are all going to be double downs, DD, DD, and DD. Now for the next two, a soft 18 versus a 7 and an 8, these are going to be to stand, just an S. All right, S for stand. The last 3, a soft 18 versus a 9, 10, or ace, these are probably the most misplayed. These you actually hit. All right, we're going to hit, hit, and hit. You can see those all turn the appropriate colors from up above because we filled it out correctly. All right, let's try one more row, and that's going to be when we have a pair of 9s. I'm just going to pick one down here, a pair of 9s. Pair of 9s versus a dealer's 2. This is going to be a split. So remember from up above, we need to type in SP for splits into this chart. So if I type in SP, that turns the correct color, kind of that purple, all right? So SP for against a 3 as well, 9, 9 versus a 3, 9, 9 versus a 4. In fact, everything except for the 7, 10, and ace is going to be a split. So let me type those in here. Again, they don't necessarily have to be capital, so you can do lowercase as well. It still works. SP. So, like I said, it does not work against the 7. This one you're actually supposed to stand. And the reason for that is 9 plus 9 is 18. And 18 is probably going to beat the 7 most times. You can usually assume that the dealer has a 10 under their card. And so 7 plus their 10 would be 17. 9, 9 is 18. That is why we stand on a pair of 9s versus a 7. Okay, to finish out this row, an 8 and a 9, we're also going to split these hands. So split and split. And then for the 10 and the ace, these are also just stands. You kind of treat this like a hard 18 versus the 10 and the ace, where we also would have stood up here. Okay, So this is my drill for you. If you like it, again, down in the comments, you can click on that, and I think you will enjoy filling this out. If you want to reset it, you can just, go back and hit that link again right here. Go back and hit that link again, and it will take you so that you can use that template one more time, and you are good to go. All right, you can use that as many times as you want until you have finally memorized basic strategy. Now, before you go, I do need to give you a little bit of a word of warning here, and that is basic strategy is just one piece into counting cards. If that sounds hard to you, you're right, all right? But if you're willing to put in the hard work and commit to the other pieces of basic strategy as well, then this is the right place for you. Please subscribe to this channel if you want more card counting tips that will give you the biggest edge possible. Remember, this is A1 Blackjack. Until next time, keep generating EV.